So beyond overwhelmed by life, Aaron. Just want to lay down, turn off my brain, and let everything in my life that I fought so hard for fall apart, Aaron. Okay, the title is sarcastic, but you get the vibe. Like it's so hard BC, I've had things happen in life that felt so bad that I got through, recovered from. So inside of me, there's this need to always try to be grateful. But it gets okay to sometimes just feel overwhelmed, even if you are grateful for the things you have. I just am going to lean into how overwhelmed I am. BC, I do have too much on my plate, RN, and it feels like there's nothing I can do about it. I actually can't get started how anxious I am. It's like my life is technically going well, and that's why I am so anxious, because I know how bad it can go and there's so much to lose. At least when my life wasn't going as well, my expectations eventually lowered and I had less of this constant pressure on myself to maintain things. I am so overwhelmed, Aaron, I actually can't put it into words. Some things that come to mind is that I hope I'm not pregnant. I have a whole story about that, but I don't have it in me to get started. I just started my flight attendant job 3 months ago. Overall, I'd say I love it. It just makes it so hard to live a normal life sometimes. I'm missing my friend's wedding next month, BC of it, but I might just call out sick for it even though it risks my job technically. Since I am a new hire, I am on probation until late October. And finically, I wouldn't get paid, I don't think. But I don't want to look back with regret. My former roommate from college is visiting tomorrow. This is actually so nice. We were roommates, in some way, since freshman year. We had a little rough patch, naturally, but I'm so glad we are still friends despite it. Her visiting is stressing me out, though. It has nothing to do with her. I am so grateful and excited to see her. But I am putting pressure on myself to be the perfect host. Also, like, I love her, but I guess she is technically more of a stressful friend. Without meaning to be at all. BC, I can't explain it. Like, I just feel weirdly more like I need to look good when I am with her, and when we go out, lol. It might just because that's kind of the vibe in college, IKOL. Plus, she was always kind of sensitive to smells and messes, and I really hope she's not, like, terrified of my new living situation. Like, I'd say my room is pretty clean. I did all my laundry, so it smells really fresh in here to me. Plus, I have nice candles and I vacuum and wipe down surfaces, etc. I just don't have the best working vacuum ick. And my one roommate who I can't stand, Loki, her cats fur it all over the common areas. I kinda warned my former roommate about my current roommate who I don't like. I'm just so overwhelmed. BC, it's also the roommate I don't likes. We'll call her B, birthday TMW. The other 2 current roommates who I do like won't be here tomorrow. Just B, the one I don't like. So I courtesy invited them all to join me and my former roommate, M, but I'll low-key be annoyed if B joins. I wish B had more friends and family and initiative to take care of herself, cause I can tell she's crazy, and that's why she doesn't really have any big plans for her birthday. I can't explain it, I sound like a BTCH, but I know what I'm saying. I just want to let go. I feel so much pressure to look nice for tomorrow without looking like I'm trying too hard. Also, I'm just scared any changes Eve had that I will feel my roommate has noticed. If I look more adult or my hair color is diff, cause it is, and I might miss when I look the way I looked in college. These things sound dumb and shallow, but my brain can't stop thinking about them. Plus, I have no idea where I am going to take my roommate TMW. I'm excited cause we like going out. And I need to go get us drinks to pregame. I'm also a little stressed, BC $. I'm realizing the pay isn't terrible my new job as I expected, but there's so much I can't afford. And I've relaxed a little bit spending wise, and I fear I'm not saving as much money as I should. Making dumb purchases. But they're always things I really use. But there's just so much that I use and need and want. Even though I am usually a frugal person, I'm still a human being. And my mom used to pay for my things, so it feels so weird that all the stuff I buy to maintain myself is suddenly on me. And I'm seeing this new guy in a diff city. And I hope I'm not pregnant. And I'm about to get my period. And I'm STRSSSED about my hair. I was gonna wash it, but washing it and doing it takes forever. And it doesn't look that bad. I hope I don't sound disgusting, but I'm just gonna blast it dry shampoo and nice smelling oils / perfumes. And style it nice. I'm just so stressed, I'm such a mess. And I always fear how I am perceived. And the flaws I have that others notice and don't tell me. Like seeing this new guy. I got lucky and actually got a layover in his city. So I saw him for the third time a couple nights ago. And I wonder how he feels about my flaws. Like he actually compliments me so much, and that's why I like him. I love how into me he is. It makes me feel so good about myself. Even before we said goodbye, he takes pics of me in my uniform and sends it to his friends to show me off. But still I know he perceives my flaws. Like he sees how much I do my makeup. The things I do to make my hair look good / that it's not all natural. The places where my fake tan isn't perfect. That my hair may not smell the best. But I did clarify I was making time to see him after working 2 flights. Like I swear I can be way more put together lol. And he wanted to see me no matter what. But my flaws being perceived terrifies me. I feel like I've gotten so cozy hiding inside when I can. And it's kind of valid. But I have to live my life. I just feel sick over that. And even my personality and the flaws it may have. Even my good roommates, I fear they notice my flaws like they do. And we all have flaws. But I just feel sick over my flaws aren't. I will clarify. My period is due technically in 24 hours. I'm 23, and historically, if there was ever a time in my entire life where I felt like I didn't want to be here anymore, it was always in that 24-hour time frame before my period. So if I am in that time frame RN, then I actually don't feel as bad as I have in the past. But it's making me ruminate very hard and feel very insecure RN. And on top of all that, IDEC how much I can blame my period BC. The past 2 times I saw this guy, we were intimate. And since I was celibate the 2 years prior to seeing this new guy, I am not, yet, on birth control. I'm just so overwhelmed in life RN, and I hope I can figure out if I should go on BC if I'm regularly going to see him. 'Cause I feel anxious and like it's wrong to complain about problems if you didn't do anything to prevent them. And I do not want kids right now and oh. Like I know it sounds irresponsible that I saw this guy, but I finally meet someone after finally getting over my first heartbreak, 2 years of celibacy and healing. I'm just saying I'm not usually this reckless. But since we've seen each other 2 times and might see each other more, I'll consider birth control. I am just so busy and overwhelmed in life RN. I need to figure out my health insurance. I guess that's partly why I am not on BC. 'Cause I just moved to a totally new state 3 months ago for this job. I don't even know where to start with finding a DR or using my health insurance. And I actually am sure there are ways I could start. But I'm so exhausted from everything else in life that I haven't had the energy to care / start. Don't even get me started on my family. I feel so guilty I haven't had as much time to call them, let alone visit them. Literally don't get me started 'cause I will feel sick. I love my parents. Despite their flaws I am beyond grateful for everything they've done for me. And I tell them that when I can. But lately I haven't had as much time 'cause I'm trying to do my job and finally live my life a little. Don't even get me started on needing to call my grandpa. I literally feel sick over it, but I'm so tired. I have a whole spiel about that, but I don't have the energy. And just the fact my mom was 39, dad 42-ish when I was born. I need to see them more regularly. 'Cause I'm 23, almost 24 now, and you guys can do the math if you want. It makes me sick. But I've honestly spent my whole life pretty close to them. They were kind of stressful parents. Even when I went to college out of state, I was low-key better about calling them or something. And I had summers with them and all the COVID quarantine them and my 10 months of post-grad them. So I guess this is the first time I'm truly free, and it low-key feels so good if you take away the guilt. I've been craving this freedom my whole life, so I'm trying to enjoy it. I just hope they know I don't plan on fading away from their lives a scary amount. I just need to enjoy this freedom a little bit BC. I've wanted it my whole life. And I'd love to be more frequently in their lives once I get my fill or something. But then people tell me their sob stories about how life is short and no days are promised, and when I feel sick. Life is so overwhelming, OMG, like I can't breathe. This did feel good to lay out and express. I feel like it's still only 5% of everything I am feeling and thinking. But it's better than bottling it up inside of me. I feel a little better. Thankful I was able to come here and get this off my chest.